selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
What do you think about the latest episode of Work From Home Alone? Kevin found many clever ways to use 3DEXPERIENCE apps to confuse the bandits, but they just won't give up. Don't miss this demo tomorrow for the exciting conclusion as Kevin makes his final stand. You know, most of us have been also working from home a lot, but we're not alone, especially on day 2 of the first all-virtual 3DEXPERIENCE World. There were a lot of great presentations today, and we heard more about the transformation from product to experiences. The general session and deep dive domain sessions provided many more examples of how 3DEXPERIENCE allows you to connect the people, applications, and real-time data from every aspect of your business to improve productivity, increase collaboration, and accelerate innovation. The general session this morning featured the R&D team providing demo examples, balanced with customer testimonials to illustrate how companies of various sizes are using 3DEXPERIENCE to turn their dreams into reality. We had a startup story featuring Skinny Guy Campers as they turned to 3DEXPERIENCE Solidworks to meet their needs of today and to help them scale as they grow their business. The next story was from Square Robot, and it showed how an established company sharpened their competitive edge by pushing the envelope of design, engineering, and collaboration. The final story showcased Seed Terminator, who is using the 3DEXPERIENCE portfolio to adapt their products to various harvesters and weed seeds to allow for rapid mass customization of the product. We also got to hear from the well-known car designer Frank Stephenson, who told us all about speed. He covered how to reduce development cycles, how he uses new and evolving design tools, and spoke to the need to maintain the human link when designing. He also let us in on a couple of his current projects. I'm not sure if I am more excited about watching the race on the moon or taking a ride in a flying taxi. Either way, we're speeding towards a future that is out of this world. If you missed today's stories and speakers, don't worry. We have replays available here on the virtual event platform, and you can find them under the Agenda tab. We're also providing English, Japanese, and Korean subtitles for general session replays for our friends in Asia Pacific at the dates and times outlined here. Following the general session, we had an opportunity to take a deeper dive with sessions focused on different product areas. Product excellence through simulation shared why it's important to assess your product performance earlier and better with a simulation-driven design process. Demos revealed the scalable, connected, and powerful Simulia solutions that you can add to SolidWorks. Hassle-free data management featured interviews with customers Vortex, IoT, and Green Machine, illustrating why managing your data is critical to the product development success. In the future of design and manufacturing, Titans of CNC joined the product introduction team to share a story of how a company was able to complete a project in a tight deadline with a safe and secure collaboration using SolidWorks and the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. The DelmiaWorks brand provided an update on their business and product development plan in the Manufacturing Software Excellence session. They also presented Comar with the 2020 Customer of the Year Award. Congratulations to Comar and all the DelmiaWorks customers. Celebrating our community has always been an important part of 3DEXPERIENCE world. And after 2020, I think we all definitely need something to celebrate. Fortunately for us, we had some celebrating on Monday when we gave out some coveted awards at the Swaggen Summit. To highlight the winners, it is my pleasure to welcome Dan Wagner, the new manager of the SolidWorks User Group Network. Hey, Dan, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Tracy, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
So a couple questions for you. What sorts of things did user group leaders do to adapt to the challenges of 2020?
Yeah, it was certainly a crazy year, right? And the User Group Network is a network built on physical meetings. So you could imagine it was a difficult year and certainly a lot to adapt to. And I can't really speak about that without mentioning our User Group Leader of the Year. This gentleman won our Wayne Tiffany User Group Leader of the Year Award, and his name is David Antonavage. He's a super busy engineer for Peloton, actually. Very busy engineer, much like a lot of our SolidWorks users. But he managed to hold 19 weeks of continuous meetings, week after week, participated in, helped organized, and presented at 19 virtual meetings. So again, just kind of adapting to that virtual system.
That is fantastic. Are there any particular events that stand out?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the year in terms of Swaggen, right, the big events that always happen, one of our biggest events is the Slug Me event, and it's a kind of a great acronym. It's the single largest SolidWorks user group meeting ever. And traditionally, this event was physical meetings that are simulcast together, a lot of groups holding meetings at the same time. So obviously last year we had to do it in a virtual format. We still did it, still pulled off an awesome event in November. Over 500 people attended the event online. It went on for about 4 hours, and everybody hung on until the very end. It was very cool. It was an awesome event. Are there any changes or new awards this year? Yeah, one thing we heard from the community last year is we had a couple awards that were actually named after people who really contributed to Swaggen in the past. Big names like Wayne Tiffany and Michelle Pillars. They're names that should live on forever in the user group community. And I'm happy to say, again, we brought that back for the User Group Leader of the Year Award. And we also have now the Michelle Pillars Community Award. And a gentleman named Joe Lance won that award this year. And Joe just did so much in 2020 to keep the community engaged. And he did all sorts of different types of meetings. He held one of the highest number of meetings in the whole community. And again, we were really happy to give that to Joe.
Well, one last question for you. Were there any SolidWorks partners or resellers that stood out to you in 2020?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Swaggen certainly wouldn't be what it is without the support of our partners and of our resellers, and certainly the employees at those resellers. So, for example, DriveWorks. We chose DriveWorks for our Partner of the Year. You can't Google Swaggen without coming across a few articles or newsletters from DriveWorks. They're just so active. Heather Haas and Bridie from DriveWorks were two really supportive people, and we were happy to give them Partner of the Year. For Reseller of the Year, we went with Computer-Aided Technology, and they're one of the larger SolidWorks resellers in North America. And we surveyed our community. We surveyed the user group leaders and said, hey, what resellers supported you this year in 2020 where we needed support the most? And as you can imagine, we got a lot of responses and a lot of different names, but the one that came up the most was computer-aided technology. They held an awesome series of fall virtual rollout events for the new version of Solidworks. Again, just a really great reseller. And then one particular employee, we came up with a new award for Reseller AE of the Year, Reseller Application Engineer of the Year. And that was Elaine Vergatu from Javelin. And again, you can't Google Swaggen without coming across some articles or some presentations that Elaine has given. And anybody you talk to in the communities will tell you he's just a huge contributor. And this is the first year for the award, and we were super pumped to give it to him.
Thank you so much, Dan, for joining us.
Thank you, Tracy.
And congratulations to all the winners. Meetups really kicked off today. They offered great opportunities to connect with people more directly in this crazy time. I saw a great session with designer Jason Pohl. You might recognize Jason from the TV show American Chopper on the Discovery Channel. He spent many years at Orange County Choppers designing elaborate custom motorcycles. Seeing the designs he's been working on was super inspiring. What else is inspiring? Art and history. And we have a meetup tomorrow that brings both of these disciplines together. You can connect with Academy Award nominated writer, animator Jim Capobianco, who is developing a new stop-motion adventure film about Leonardo da Vinci. And you can get involved with the making of this film, so don't miss out. Passports for Startup Ecosystems took place for attendees in North America, EMEA, and APAC. They discuss the opportunities and challenges facing startup founders who are launching new products, along with all the exciting changes that come with entrepreneurship. Many companies provided insights into the investors and what they're looking for, current design trends, and how startups are going from idea to manufacturing. A session you won't want to miss is the Alpha Lab Gear Hardware Cup. Watch startups pitch for a chance to win a $50,000 prize. This year, Hardware Cup and the startup program at Dassault Systems Solidworks have partnered to select startups who are designing in SolidWorks and innovating on clean technology. You can see more at hardwarecup.com. Now, don't worry if you missed out on any of the HiveMind meetups. You have one more for you tomorrow. Also tomorrow, we have special meetups for students where they can get career advice from industry professionals. Students can sign up for 10 to 15 minutes of time with more than 350 SolidWorks customers. These professionals will share what life could be like after graduation and give real, helpful insights into the working world. If there's a silver lining to this event being virtual, it's that students can still go to school and also connect and share their successes no matter where they're located. Be sure to check out the Education Zone and give some encouragement to these incredible student teams. We had a big day 2 this year, learning about transforming products into experience. And there was something for everyone. Join us tomorrow for day 3, where our connections and relationships, even when we're apart from one another, really come into play. And Betty Baker, watch out. Cam Smith is beating you. We'll see you soon.